Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 4 of our 16th season here at Riga FC. I'm the custom prophet. This is the Latvian job. Last time out we got knocked out in the semi-final stage of the Champions League against Porto after beating the likes of Arsenal and Benfica along the way. So we're going at it again, the Champions League that is, and hopefully we can go at least one better this time round. Going to be interesting though. So I thought I'd start off here, which is the finances. Look at how rich our finances are at the minute. £82 million in our transfer budget. We've got a gloriously large wage budget, which we're nowhere near. And we have almost £200 million in the bank just because we keep doing brilliantly well in the Champions League. Despite all this, the board will not give us any opportunity to upgrade our stadium. They say, no, it's fine. So, yeah. We're all right though. We are all right. So we've done some transfers. After doing so well in the Champions League last time out. Obviously, the vultures have been circling and players have left. We've been fighting people off, and we still are doing that. But players have left and players have come in. So let's have a look at the players who have gone. Well, first one out the door for £16 million, an absolute snip, gone to Arsenal. Zoran Karadzic, he was outstanding. What a fabulous player this guy was. He wanted to go. We couldn't really stand in his way. Yeah, it was £19 million. So, Arsenal have got a stunningly good player here, and he's doing pretty well for them by the look of it. Other player gone, it's the centre-back. He finally left the club. Gone to Milan for £6.5 million. I don't think that's a bad move for them. I'm sad to see him go. He's a very, very effective player. Really fast, really good centre-back. But we were playing him quite a lot on the right. And we were quite well blessed back there. That's possibly no longer the case, though. Final player out is Abdullah Benali. He's gone out on loan. I don't quite know how he's not working well for us, but he's going to have a chance elsewhere. He's playing well in Torino's 2 goals in 2 games so far, but it might tell you that we've got an excess of strikers and we just need him to get some game time. So what about the ins? Well, there's just 2 ins. First one is this 22-year-old Serbian Branimir Bosvic, who is the replacement for Karadzic, basically. He's not as good as Karadzic, but he's not bad, is he? He's got 18 technique, 18 vision, very, very good passing, and 16 determination. This is what we like. Balance and first touch. Yeah, nice. So he's done well. He's played a good few games so far, and scored some goals, good average rating in the league and also in the European Championships so far. Not the European Championships, the Champions League. This is the one I am really excited about, though. He's 25-year-old, a bit old for most of the players we bring in, but 25-year-old Argentinian looks the business, absolutely does. His finishing's a little bit low, but everything else looks fabulous. He's got a fickle personality, which isn't great, but look at this speed this guy has, the agility. He is absolutely fantastic. He's eating up things in Europe, eating them up in the league as well. Federico Dazan is going to be the man. So in the league, as you can see, it's gone very, very well. We have drawn a few games against Ventspils, Liepāja, and Ventspils again. They've even though they're 9th in the league, they've given us a difficult game. But we have, we're well ahead in the league. The only surprise here is how well Spartaks have done this season, and I want to show you how well they've been doing in Europe as well. This is really encouraging. Look at this. They didn't have the easiest of runs here, and they got, Glentoran wouldn't be that hard. 2 comfortable victories over Glentoran home and away, but then they drew Elfsborg and beat Elfsborg 2-0. I thought that was a fabulous result. Okay, they went out to Napoli and you wouldn't expect them to beat them, but definitely the Spartaks team is getting a lot better. Their side, you look at some of the players they've got in here, the likes of Harold Zerglis, Ravis Stankis, all these sort of players, very, very good. Very exciting to see Spartak's doing so well. So before we show you how things have been going in the Champions League for us, I'll gloss over the cup. We're through the cup, and we've won the cup the last 10 years, so unexpected for us to do anything else. Let's have a look how well we're doing in the coefficients, both as a club and a nation. So look at this. In terms of club coefficients now, Riga are 13th. Absolutely mad, this is. Absolutely mad. 13th. Ahead of the likes of Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Milan, Salzburg, Benfica, Tottenham. All these quality sides, we are ahead of them in the current rankings, which is utterly bonkers. Utterly bonkers. So yeah, we've got some work to do to keep this going, but really pleased with that result. So Riga are doing brilliantly well, and Latvia as a nation are also doing well. We are currently sitting 14th out of all the nations, and that has some important things attached to it. So you see here, we actually should be getting 5 places in Europe. The way it seemed to work is it will apply next year, I think. It didn't apply this season. I think it'll apply next season, and we'll automatically move into the league qualifying path. The second, oh no, that's where we were already, but we'll have another Champions League place, which is exciting, and a Europa League place, and 2 Euro Cup 2 places. So the Latvian sides will have more of a say in Europe, and it'll be good to get some more Latvian places in there. Interesting to see how Spartak's manage in this. I'm certain they'll struggle with the level of quality in the league path, but yeah, exciting to see us doing this well. In the Champions League, we drew Montenegrin side Budućnost, who were the champions of Montenegro, in the second qualifying round. This was a fairly straightforward result. We beat them 7-0 away, 6-0 at home. Goals throughout the team, very easy. You can see Dezan scoring a couple importantly. Sits, our new Latvian striker, scoring one. Zizan, another couple in the return leg. It was just a very straightforward match. The next one was a little bit more worrying. Away from home, we drew against Maccabi Tel Aviv. I was expecting a little bit more there, but we just weren't finishing particularly well. At home, we absolutely blitzed them 5-0, so that was pleasing. And really interesting, we played Legia Warsaw, and this was far closer than I was expecting. A 3-2 win at home, and they took the lead and they went 2-1 up. They didn't have many shots, but, well, we did make the most of our chances. So we had quite a tight run so we had quite a tight second leg match potentially. We're going out to Warsaw, and we need to make sure we don't lose. What do we do? Well, we actually won 2-1 out there. At one point, we looked like we might lose it, but a cracking goal from the right back, Rad Sajenovic. He absolutely smashed it into the back. I think he scored in the first leg as well. The third goal, which was another corker of a goal. So he's done some important things there. Lisinov always seems to crop up when it's most important in Europe as well. I'm not checked, but I suspect he's probably a big game player. No, surprisingly not, but that's fine. So, who have we drawn in the Champions League group stages? Well, I was quite pleased with the draw, to be honest. This is our league. We've got Real Madrid as the real tough ones. We were seeded second, which was awesome. But then we've got WSG Tyrol from Austria. And this is the first time they've ever won the Austrian League, or the first time they've been even contending in the Austrian League for the last 20 years or so. So that's a surprise. They've just got their full greyed out team. And Metalist of the Ukraine. I think that's not too bad. I think it's not too bad at all. So we're going to be playing in today's episode away against Real Madrid. Hardest game. Right, here we go. looks like in the Metalists won their match 2-0 in the first match. I don't see us, if we don't qualify from this group for the latter stages of the Champions League, I'd be really, really surprised. But getting first is going to be tough. So we have to really get a result today, I think, if we're going to manage it. So we're missing a few players. Belov's just recently went out injured. Our Latvian right back probably wouldn't have been involved. He'd probably been on the bench. Bajekic, the left back, isn't involved. He has been out long term. I think he's been out for a good few months. So team is, I think it's a pretty good looking team. We've got Dizan, Lissinovs and Nick Crittenden as our front three. Midfield, Kiardio, Jose and Bozovic. And the back line is Radsanjadovic, Silva, Pedraza and Mendia as the back line. And we've got Kleber Francesco in goal. So, yeah, I think there's weaknesses here, I think. Possibly at the back to some degree. I think we need a little bit more strength in depth. But I'm pretty pleased with this as it is. So the Madrid side, their main man, I think, is Jimenez. Look at this guy. Absolutely disgusting. 4.5 star, and he's got the physicals to absolutely die for. Apart from not being that tall and maybe not being super, super strong, he's awesome. His technicals where he needs them are amazing, and as are his mentals. There's very, very little weakness here. Positioning of 10, perhaps that's a bit of a weakness. Not particularly brave, but and with a low aggressions, but it's not bad for a 31-year-old, is it? Here we go. Well, we got the first shot out, but it looks like the first one in anger is going to come for Real Madrid. Got the ball down the left side. Frack. Oh, over the top. Musiera, who I thought that was a Galatasaray goalkeeper, but there we go. Jose into Mendia. Oh, that was a chance. No. What are you doing, defence? Oh, what a beautiful bit of defensive work there. Well done. Silva Lima, he is not going to be at this side much longer. End of the season, he's going out, unfortunately. Cleared off the line there. It's a tough start, it's a really tough start. Yeah, concerningly tough. So we're still yet to see a highlight. We do seem to be getting hold of the ball quite a lot. Here's Bozovic though, and yet again we don't find the key pass. Doing all right going forward, just lacking the vision to get the key pass, which I doubt will be a problem for Madrid. Well, round the corner is Kiardio. Beautiful ball in. It's Nick Crittenden. Oh, and their defence and goalkeeper do well there. They just smother him. Maybe we've got something more there. Silva Lima does it really nicely. It's Dizan. There was just no one around him. I've got so much excited expectation for how good Dizan might be for us. Here's Borisov, 20 odd minutes gone, and that's another one over the top. Yes, so they can shoot from there, please. Looks like what do we call it? A free kick. There we go. Get my words out, but it's gone over, thankfully. So we get to half time. It's 0-0. Let's not forget we have played Barcelona at the new camp with this team a few years back, and we did finish 0-0. We got a bit of a pummeling, but we didn't buckle. I think we've done okay in the first half. We've had 1 or 2 chances of reasonable quality. We have restricted the quality of their chances. They've had a lot of chances, 16 shots, only 3 on target, and just a 1.2 XG. So it's going to be tough to keep this going in the second half. But you've got to be pleased with this, haven't you? Let's get into the dressing room and say we're happy with things. Maybe we want to think about bringing on another striker. I don't know. Ooh, Francesco, who was just walking out of his goal there, wasn't he? Thought maybe he might have been lobbed. But here we go. Mendia. In to Pedraza. Lovely little ball into Bozovic. Around the corner. it's again, we don't find the through ball. It was a lovely bit of play there, and oh dear, and that was wide from Jimenez. With attributes like he's got, and he's putting that one wide, he should be embarrassed. Urukan, come on, hold him up. No. He just went too early there, didn't he? Reina now. I feel there's going to be a shot that's just going to break the back of the net in a second. Are they doing well? They are doing well. And it's gone in eventually, and Marovic wins the header. We've been quite good in the air, but not this time. So, yeah, that's disappointing. But we're 1-0 down. We are getting the odd shot. Let's see what we can do. Another opportunity from a corner here. Cleared it. Nicely done. Jimenez finds Reina. Nobody on him. We have cleared that. Again, there's nobody up there. But, I mean, you just can't leave players up there, can you really? Well, they are making the most of the width advantage, aren't they? That's nicely done from Jose, but he just didn't quite find the pass. And I mean, defensively, I can't moan. We're doing all right, but we're sort of trying to chase shadows at some points. So we're 2-0 down, and I think that's probably that. Well, Nick Crittenden's come off. We're going to bring Kvara on, who is an ex-Barcelona player, to lead the line alongside Dezan. Swapping the two of those over, maybe that's going to be a little bit better with Dezan on the right side. That seems to be where he's been having the majority of his quality. And again, the through ball isn't good enough. There's been so many of those, and then Real Madrid have just counted on us, and we have not had anything in the tank. Oh, that's nicely done. Kvara now into the Serbian lad. Back to Chiardio, round the corner. Now is there a chance for a decent pass here? Come on, one through ball has to work. Chiardio, beautiful ball into Kvara. Oh, that is absolutely glorious. What bend. He was no distance away, and he just toe poked it past the goalkeeper with a huge bit of a swerve on shot. And we're 2-1. Is Kvara going to make the difference? That would kill them, wouldn't it? Beautiful little ball into him, controlled it, and then a little hit with the inside of his right foot. Lovely shot. It's 2-1. Reina now. What's that? Is he giving a penalty? What are you doing? Penalty awarded. Well, we know who's going to be taking that. It's Musiera getting his hat-trick, I guess. No, it's Reina. And straight past the goalkeeper. 3-1. There was a brief hope, wasn't there? There was a brief hope, extinguished rather quickly. Well, making a couple of changes. Lorenzo on for Jose, and Mendia, who's had an absolutely torrid game, he's gone off. We've swapped Rad Sajenovic onto the right, and Vinbergs, the Latvian, is coming on the left side, give him a little bit of action against Real Madrid. Another chance, Mukoko. We've cleared it. Real Madrid have been very, very strong today. I mean, if we're hoping to win the Champions League, we've got to be probably playing a little bit better than this, haven't we? Because we certainly never looked like beating them, that's for sure. And you think of this over 2 legs, then, if Real Madrid were a little bit more clinical in front of goal, they could have had an absolute cricket score today. Maybe they still will. Well, it's cleared nicely into Lissinovs. Now, can he find a through ball? He does. It's into Dezan. You've not really seen much of him. Ball in. I think the cutback was the right option. But nicely done. Lovely little ball to Dezan. He's done better on this right side. Not quite sure what we're seeing here. Oh, that is a beautiful bit of play here. And Makoko hits the outside of the post, but yeah. I don't think Lissinovs has done that well in the air, unfortunately. I do wonder. We've relied on him in the centre so much, but is he a bit of a weak link, I wonder? Here's Kavara. Beautiful ball through. No. And there we go. We lose 3-1. It's no disgrace at all. 28 shots. I mean, I think scoreline is probably about right looking at the XG. Second half, even though we scored there, that's when they did the most amount of damage against us. 3 goals from them in the second half. Some poor performances, let's be fair, all through the team. Dezan, he looked all right the sort of late on in the second half, particularly better when he was on the right side as an advanced forward rather than the poacher role on the left side. So keep that one in mind. But I guess that puts us bottom of the league, doesn't it? I'm not too concerned at this point, but it does make me wonder whether there's any hope of us actually finishing above Real Madrid. I don't think there's a chance of that. So let me know what you thought about that. It was a couple of games without a victory. So I have to put that right against Latvia next up. So yeah, we're going to come back. I'm going to play the games against Metalist and Tyrol behind the scenes, and I'm going to come back for a bumper episode where we're going to play all 3 of these games, Champions League games, for the final 3 games of the group, and I hopefully see some victories there potentially. So those are 2 of the more tricky ones for us. The 2 away games against the weaker sides in the division, and then home against Madrid. So it's going to be tough. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed that one. Didn't get the win I wanted, but to be fair, we never expected a win, did we? Madrid looked very, very strong, and we're going to have to do very well to come up against, or to do anything, even home against them. But if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.